Hello, I'm Kevin Harper, President of Knowvention. I would like to present to you the virtual product development process we use to develop products that exceed customer expectations while saving time and money. Virtual product development involves the use of computer modeling instead of physical prototypes. The process builds knowledge that leads to better answers and can provide information not available through testing. This knowledge can be leveraged over the entire design cycle, from concept to customer. There are substantial cost and time savings achieved through this process. More what-if scenarios can be studied, and very high value-to-cost ratios are achieved when done correctly. Knowvention applies analytical tools that are capable of simulating complex problems in product design. Finite element analysis, or FEA, is a primary tool. FEA can handle a wide range of applications, including structures, heat transfer, fluid flow, and multi-physics problems that combine these and others. We will run through some case studies involving the use of FEA for virtual product development. We will review fluid structure interaction with a projectile impact model. We will study tissue modeling involving radiofrequency thermoelectric ablation with 3 different product designs, and hip joint resurfacing structural modeling, including deformable bodies, joint kinematics, and gate loading. We will also demonstrate the ability to model complete product assemblies and their manufacturing processes. These models include a toggle clamp mechanism, a bevel gear train, and a bottle capping process. The projectile impact model involves fluid structure interaction using the coupled Eulerian-Lagrangian method. The projectile is moving at 3,000 feet per second and includes material plasticity. This is a simple demonstration showing the power of fluid structure simulation to capture complex events. Problems involving tissue interaction with products are some of the most complex. The first tissue example is a fully 3-dimensional model of a simple 2-wire ablation electrode in liver. The voltage was time-dependent, switching on and off. The liver material is modified using a complex, nonlinear, temperature-dependent function. Here we see the cross-section view of the model showing temperature contours as a function of time. We can see the pulsing temperature distribution as the tissue heats and cools during cycling. This is a photo showing actual lesions in liver with the same hot dog on a stick shape as the model. Another tissue ablation example shows the complex effects of switching the electrodes on and off in a cyclic pattern between pairs of electrodes to sculpt a lesion. This model also involves a complete virtual generator that includes feedback control of the power as a function of tissue impedance. Again, the nonlinear liver material model is used. Here we see the temperature contours at 3 slice locations along the electrode axis. Note how the lesion builds and shapes with time. A plot of the temperature versus time at various locations along the electrodes shows good correlation of the model to testing. A third tissue ablation example shows the effects of electrode shape on lesion shape. Here we use constant voltage and a 1/6 cyclic symmetry along with the liver tissue model. We can see the shape of the temperature profile in this animation. The star shape of the lesion is evident in this test specimen, correlating well to the model. Structural behaviors of biological systems can also be simulated. One can envision a hip joint, where we can study gate contact pressures as a function of hip flexion and gate loading. The use of assemblies of flexible bodies instead of rigid approximations minimizes assumptions. The minimization of assumptions leads to better accuracy of the results when done correctly, and reduces the number of models needed to study the designs. This movie shows the dynamic loading of the hip joint. Multiple conditions are studied at once during hip flexion. Here we have a close-up view of the contact pressure as it varies during flexion. We benefit from the X-ray vision capabilities of the process to provide knowledge about our designs that cannot be obtained in real-world tests. Other complex interactions can be modeled with the same benefits. This model is a complete toggle clamp assembly. All components are deformable, and contact is the only constraint between the parts. It involves highly nonlinear behavior, including materials, large deformations, contact, and finite sliding with friction. One assembly model can replace many component models, reducing development time and costs. Here we see the toggle clamp mechanism. Contact conditions can be added and removed, as we can see here, where the clamp is initially interfering with the plate. Once open, the contact can be re-established, and the clamp can press on the plate. The system can be studied throughout its performance range. This shows the stress distribution in the assembly as it is actuated. Here is a bevel gear set showing the same principles. We can determine performance envelopes under operating conditions of combined thrust and torsional loading. This leads to efficient use of safety margins and the development of robust designs with tolerances specified for cost-effective manufacturing. This movie shows the gear train stresses along with frictional and strain energy plots. With virtual product development, we can include product and process in the models. In this example, we study a bottle capping process involving a threaded cap spun onto a bottle. Here we can see the effects of the process on the product and study production issues like torque and force required for component assembly. Virtual product development techniques generate knowledge efficiently to get products to market better, faster, cheaper. To learn more, please contact Knowvention with your product needs.